Hello, in this video, I'll be showing you how to connect with the Capura 4 mobile robot through the cable from the box, how to upload and download files and remove them, and how to do all that with remote access. So to start, we're going to open up the terminal. We'll type in sudo minicom-s as well as our password. This command just gets us into the settings for Minicom. We'll come down to serial port setup, and the terminal is way down here. It should be up here. And this is how the configurations should look. 115,200 BPS, 8N1, no on the hardware flow control, no on the software flow control, and the serial device should be TTY USB 0. It is a USB cable after all. Once we're happy with all that, we will save our setup as DFL. Once the configuration's saved, go to exit. And from here, just hit enter. Normally it'll ask for a login. That login is just root, as you can see here. But now we have access to the robot, and I can show the test command. Just like this. And we can see in the little bot cam, I have access. There we go. So from here, we can upload files by hitting Control A and then S, enter on Z modem. We can scroll through our directories and double hit space to go further in. And we just want to grab a particular file. We'll grab work here. Single hit on enter to highlight it, and then enter. And that should copy over the file after a few seconds. All right, once that's done, we'll type ls, and we can see that work shows up here. And we can show that work runs. All right. To download a file, we just type the lsz command as well as the name of the file that we want. Here we'll do encoder data, as there should still be some data left over from this. We'll hit enter. It'll say transfer complete. And if we go into our workspace here, we can see here's the newest encoder data. You can tell with the little padlock icon. And there's some encoder data. Don't worry about what this all means. That's another topic for later. To remove a file, you just type rm and then the name of the file. We'll get rid of work because we want to use it again. If we type ls, we can see work is no longer on the robot. Now that we've established a wired connection, let's work on remote access. So for this, we are going to type in nano, and then we're going to start with this very long command. Just slowly start typing, and it will autofill in if you hit tab until you get this command, WPA supplicant -WLAN 0.conf. We'll hit enter on that. In this file, you'll want to change the SSID to the name of whatever network you're using. We're using Dicel Robots, our mobile hotspot. We will hit Control O and enter to save the file, and then Control X to get out of it. And then we'll go to a different file. This time we're going to network/Wi-Fi.network. We'll hit enter. In here, make sure this DHCP line is commented out with a pound symbol. And you'll want to make sure the IP address here matches the address for the computer you're on. So if I open up the settings and I show the IP address right here, is 192.168.8.168. Here we have 192.168.8.80, just so the IP address for the robot is different. We want the gateway to be similar, 1.192.168.8.1. We'll hit Control O, enter to save, Control X to get out. And then we will reboot the computer. Once this is all done, the robot will be rebooted. We'll relog it and show that that's the case. All right, we're going to exit Minicom here. Control A, X, enter to leave. That will unplug the robot. And now we will ping the robot at the IP address that we gave it. And once you start seeing these success messages, you know you are successfully pinging the robot and that it's on your network. We'll hit Control C to stop that. And then we will remote access the robot by typing in SSH root at the IP address 192.168.8.80. The first time you change the IP address and each time you change it thereafter, there should be a authenticity warning that pops up. You'll just type yes for that, and you should see this root at whatever the robot ID is. That means you are now accessing the robot remotely. So if I type in the same file as before, the test file, pops up, no problem. I can drive the robot without any issue, except for the camera freezing. All right. For uploading and downloading files in this way, we have to open up another terminal window. And for this one, we need to get into the directory we want to work with. From here, we will type the scp command. We'll type the name of the file that we want, and then root at 192.168.8.80, semicolon slash home slash root slash. We'll hit enter, and after a few seconds, once the file has uploaded to the robot, you should see this. That means it worked. We'll come back into this terminal, type ls. We'll see work is there. And if I type it, it does its job. To download a file, we'll come back into our other terminal here, and we will once again scp, but this time we're going to skip the file name, hit root at the IP address, semicolon slash root slash home, and now we will get the file that we want. We'll do the encoder data again. And then once we hit space. We can name this encoder data whatever we want. So we'll do 12.5 encoder example .txt. We'll hit enter. I mean, there's no encoder. Oh, I messed up. I mixed up the. It should be home/root. And there we go. The encoder data transfers through. And if we look for our 12.5 encoder data, encoder example, we'll see the same. We'll see the same encoder data. And for removing a file, it's still the same. Remove RM, and then the name of the file. And that's everything. For further, if you have any further questions, refer to the Perform manual. Have a good day.